With a terrible headache, I opened my eyes and struggled to get up. I walked to the window to see everything outside. I was thinking, wasn't I eaten by the dead? I took out my cell phone and checked the time, the 1st of April, 2023. Is it reincarnation? Maybe I just had a dream. But the things in my memory are so real. If I remember correctly, the former Prime Minister of the Cherry Blossom country will be assassinated today. Guangdong Collective will give a 4.99 billion prize. I waited until the evening. As expected, these two things were on the hot search. Suddenly, I felt a sense of terror. Is it really reincarnation? The outbreak of the virus was more exaggerated than the movies. In just a few days, everything was destroyed. I clearly remember because there was no preparation. I took the risk of going out to look for food after the break. I was eaten by a group of dead people. This time, I must not be a starved ghost. If all this is true, it may not be possible to be reincarnated again. I calculated the time. The outbreak of the virus still has a week. Time is short. I have to stock up on supplies as soon as possible. But where does the money come from? I regretted not memorizing the winning lottery numbers from the 4.99 billion prize. Immediately, I took out my phone and downloaded every loan app I could find. Anyway, no one will come to collect in 7 days. Between loans, credit cards, and my own 300,000 savings, I scraped together over 1.6 million. Still, it didn't feel like enough. So, I took out loans on my house and car. At the bank, I secured another 2 million. With the money in hand, I hurriedly called my parents in the countryside. "Bring all the valuables and come stay in the city for a while," I said. "And bring as many pickles, bacon, and local specialties as you can." I didn't have time to explain, so my parents just thought I'd had a sudden change of heart. "You always hated it when we brought local specialties before," my mum said. "What's gotten into you?" I'd been working for years and bought a cheap top-floor apartment in the suburbs large, but nothing fancy. Now, it was about to become my fortress. Over the next 7 days, I spent every last cent on supplies. First, I reinforced the house. The windows were replaced with dustproof, shatterproof glass. Anti-theft bars went up not just to keep zombies out, but desperate people too. The door? A 100 centimeter thick, all-metal alloy monstrosity. Bulletproof, bomb-resistant, cost me 300,000. On the roof, I built a massive freezer. Fridge space wouldn't cut it, I needed to store tons of meat. Next, supplies? I went to the nearest warehouse supermarket and hired a fleet of trucks. Instant dumplings, buns, steak. I emptied the freezers. Self-heating meals, instant noodles, rice bought by the pallet. No sugary drinks, just water. 3 truckloads of food later, I moved to the meat section. Beef, bought by the cow. 20 heads, chicken, pork, duck, 3 more trucks filled. Rice, 100 100-pound bags. Noodles, a literal ton. Power was next. After the outbreak, the grid failed in 5 days. Most people died in the dark. I bought 10 generators, but fuel was a problem. So I installed solar panels, 100 kilowatts on the balcony, plus a backup power station. When I got home, my parents had arrived. They stared at the mountain of supplies, stunned. I almost lied, said it was for donations, but no, they needed to know. I told them everything. When they heard I'd starved to death in my last life, they broke down. Even half doubting, they trusted me. My mom had an idea. "We should raise chickens. You love chicken." I vetoed it. Too noisy, they'll draw attention. Instead, we built a 100 square meter fish pond on the roof, self-sustaining with a filtration system, emergency drinking water if needed. By the end of the day, I was exhausted. I collapsed into bed, ready to sleep. But just as I was drifting off, bang, bang, bang.